This leads us to what I did to Lou.
Yeah.
So there's an 11-year-old little kid. We drove him at 1 a.m. to that building at Lou's house. I wrote a note, put it in his pocket. We messed him up, like made him his. We bought him some clothes at the welfare place and ripped some clothes and made him dirty. And then I called Lou at 1 a.m, knowing he was home. He was in bed, not dressed, just wearing his tighty whities. And I called him. I go, Lou, what's doing? He goes, nothing. I just can't sleep. And we timed it perfectly that kid knocked at the door. He goes, somebody at my door at 1 o'clock in the morning.
And I fell for it. Again.
Well, you're too early with I fell for it, because a knock at the door, everybody falls for it.
At 1 a.m, you're talking to me on the phone. Coincidentally, somebody knocks on the door. Hang on, Howie. Let me see who's here.
No, there's somebody at the door, and he looks through the peephole. He goes, there's a child at my door at 1 a.m. And I go, no fucking way. There's no way you have there's a child's at your door. He goes, hang on a minute, because this is so weird. And the kid's just looking there, and the kid hands him a note from the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And I had written a note, but he didn't know that. And it said, Dear Lou, this is Ernie. Mm-hmm. You will not remember me, but about 20 years ago, you were playing a comedy club in
Vancouver.
I thought it was Ottawa.
I think it was Vancouver.
Okay, it was Vancouver. I don't think these
important details.
Let's not do city dropping.
No,
just names.
This is why it made sense to me.
No, but I'm saying for the audience, they're not going to. The story would be so much better in Ottawa. but
it could have been Ottawa.
Oh shit. So anyway. It said, you don't remember, and this is in the late 70s, early 80s, the comics on the road. He was a single guy at the time. He goes, you won't remember me, but I was a waitress at the so-and-so comedy club. And listen, we were two consenting adults, and we had some time together. And I never wanted to burden you, because I felt the responsibility was mine. And what you are staring at now are the fruits of that evening. About 2.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I treated it. It was in remission. And
Funny, right?
And then 8 months ago, it returned. And if you are reading this note and looking into Ernie's eyes, I don't know a better way to tell you this. This is your son.
Yes, that's
what happened. So he comes back to the phone. And he goes, Howie. I go, what? He goes, you're not gonna believe this. I go, what? He goes, it's my son. It's my son. What? It's my son. He couldn't even say it. I go, what are you saying, Lou? He goes, my son is here. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I have a son. I have a son. I have a little boy named Ernie, and he's here. He's here. And I'm going, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no fucking way. I don't have time for this. It's 1 o'clock. He goes, I'm not fucking with you. I wouldn't fuck with you about this. Ernie is my son. I go, bullshit. I don't even believe there's a kid here. Put him on the phone. So he goes, Ernie, my son, Ernie, come here. Talk to this man. So he puts the kid on. I go, okay, Ernie, here's what I want you to do.
Ernie, my son.
Here's what I want you to do.
Ernie, my
when you
son.
get off the phone, he knew it was me, and Mark was waiting in a car down around the corner. When you get off the phone, count to 5 and go, nobody loves me, nobody cares for me, and then run as fast as you can out of the apartment, across the whole building, down there, and at the corner you'll see the red car. That's your uncle. Just get in the car and go away. So the kid gets off the phone. Lou gets back on the phone. He goes, what am I going to, my life changed like that. What am I going to do? And I hear in the background the kid scream, nobody loves me. Nobody cares for me. And then he ran out the door. I hear the phone drop, and it's Lou going, I love you. I want to care for you. And the kid's running at 1 o'clock in the morning, is running out of the apartment along the whole balcony. And there's a grown man in his underpants chasing after an 8-year-old little boy going, I love you. I want to care for you. Anyway, what happened is people in the building saw it, and I think they complained, and he was afraid he was going to get thrown out of the building. And that's the straw that broke the camel. The kid got into the car and drove away. He got in a lot of trouble with the building. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I recall it being a lot longer than him just coming in for 5 minutes. He was there.
Why does that matter? Yeah, he was there for 15 minutes.
No, he was there for what appeared like hours to me.
No.
Hours.
And I could not figure out what, because I didn't know. I mean, it was really, and then the kid ran, and I thought, and I ran after him.
Saying, I love you, and I want to care for you.
Saying, I love you, my son, Ernie.
I love you, my son, Ernie. I love you, Ernie.
My son, Ernie, I love you.